Have you ever wondered about your true purpose in the grand design of the universe? What if I told you there's a blueprint, a path, that leads from being a physical being to embracing your divine nature? In this video, we'll explore the 12 dimensions of existence, starting from the infinite source and void, through the realms of pure consciousness, down to the physical experiences that shape our souls. These dimensions aren't just abstract concepts. They're the stepping stones to understanding who we are and why we're here. By the end, you'll have a clear vision of how these domains interconnect, how they shape your spiritual evolution, and how to begin your journey of ascension, moving beyond duality to unity with the divine. Whether you're seeking enlightenment or just curious about the mysteries of existence, this journey will transform the way you see yourself and the universe. So, are you ready to unlock the secrets of the cosmos? Let's dive into the first stage, the source and void. The journey of ascension begins with the source and void, the foundation of all existence. These two elements, while seemingly opposites, are intrinsically connected and vital to the structure of the universe. The source is the origin of all that is. It represents unity, infinite potential, and the ultimate consciousness. Think of it as the creative energy that breathes life into everything, from the tiniest atom to the vast galaxies. It is boundless, eternal, and unchanging, a pure force of love and creation that transcends time and space. The void, on the other hand, is the cosmic womb where creation takes form. It is the space of potential, a vast emptiness that enables the source to manifest its infinite possibilities. Though it may seem paradoxical, the void is not nothingness, but a dynamic field where all things begin. Without the void, there would be no space for the source to create. Together, the source and void form a perfect balance. The source provides the energy, while the void offers the canvas. This duality is the foundation of all other dimensions, setting the stage for the unfolding of consciousness and existence. Understanding this stage is crucial for grasping the rest of the journey. It reminds us that creation begins in stillness and unity, that the infinite potential within us arises when we embrace both our light and shadow aspects. Just as the source and void are inseparable, our personal growth depends on finding balance within ourselves. In practical terms, connecting with the source and void can be as simple as meditating on the concept of infinite potential or observing the duality in your own life. For example, consider moments when you felt inspired to create. Those ideas likely came from the source. Meanwhile, the quiet, reflective periods of your life resemble the void, where those ideas had the space to form and grow. This is the first step in understanding the universe's structure and our role within it. Now, let's move forward to the next stage, the higher dimensions of pure consciousness. From the source and void, we ascend to the higher dimensions of pure consciousness, encompassing the 12th to the 8th domains. These realms are often described as the most ethereal and transcendent layers of existence. Here, the essence of creation is formed, and divine laws govern the unfolding of all that follows. The 12th dimension is the realm of oneness, where everything exists as a unified whole. It is here that the blueprint of existence begins to take shape, guided by divine will and perfect order. Unlike the tangible world we know, this dimension is beyond form and structure, an abstract plane where only infinite possibilities exist. Descending to the 11th dimension, we encounter the first expression of duality. Here, creation begins to take on form, but it remains subtle and non-physical. This dimension acts as a bridge, translating the unity of the 12th into the beginnings of individuality. It's in this space that the principles of universal laws, such as cause and effect, are first conceptualized. The 10th and 9th dimensions are realms of pure thought and intention. These layers are where consciousness begins to focus and direct energy. Imagine a painter conceptualizing a masterpiece before picking up a brush. These dimensions are where that vision takes root. They are also the planes where collective consciousness resides, connecting all living beings through shared thoughts and energies. The 8th dimension marks a transition. It is still highly abstract but begins to incorporate the seeds of physicality. It's a realm where energy and form start to merge, preparing for the descent into the middle dimensions. This layer is often associated with divine archetypes or symbols, serving as the building blocks for the experiences in lower realms. Understanding these higher dimensions is not just an intellectual exercise, it's a journey into the deeper aspects of your own being. Each of us carries a fragment of these dimensions within us. Have you ever felt an inexplicable connection to something greater? A moment of profound clarity or inspiration? Those moments are glimpses of these higher realms where your consciousness momentarily touches the divine. To integrate these dimensions into your life, practice mindfulness and meditation. Reflect on your thoughts and intentions, as they are the precursors to your reality. When you focus on positive, expansive ideas, you align yourself with the higher dimensions, opening the door to greater creativity, purpose, and fulfillment. These realms are not distant or unattainable. They are as much a part of you as your physical body. By understanding and connecting with these dimensions, you begin to see life not as a series of random events, but as a purposeful journey guided by higher principles. With this foundation in mind, we are ready to explore the middle dimensions, where individuality and duality take center stage. As we descend further, we arrive at the middle dimensions, spanning the 7th to the 4th domains. These dimensions bridge the ethereal and the physical, serving as the crucible where individuality and duality are forged. Here, consciousness begins to take a more distinct shape, focusing on personal growth, emotional depth, and the interplay between light and shadow. The 7th dimension is the realm of divine expression. In this space, individuality emerges, but it is still closely connected to the higher dimensions. This is where the soul starts to form its unique identity, while retaining an awareness of its unity with the source. Think of it as a sculptor beginning to carve a block of marble, shaping a unique creation while respecting the stone's natural integrity. The 6th dimension is often described as the realm of imagination and creation. Here, thoughts and intentions begin to manifest in more structured forms. It's a space of creativity and potential where the soul experiments with its newfound individuality. Artists, visionaries, and creators often tap into this dimension when they channel ideas that seem to come from a higher place. The 5th dimension introduces the concept of emotional depth and duality. This is where the soul first encounters the challenges of choice and consequence. Emotions play a significant role here, serving as both guides and tests for the soul's growth. The interplay of love, fear, joy, and sorrow shapes the soul's journey, offering valuable lessons in empathy and resilience. The 4th dimension acts as the threshold between the spiritual and the physical. Time becomes a significant factor in this realm, as it allows the soul to experience cause and effect in a linear fashion. This dimension is closely tied to the astral plane, where dreams, memories, and subconscious patterns reside. It's a space of preparation, where the soul gathers the tools it will need for its journey into the physical world. These middle dimensions are where most of our personal growth occurs. They offer the soul a playground to explore individuality, build relationships, and learn through contrast. Every challenge we face, every triumph we celebrate, is rooted in the dynamics of these dimensions. Understanding these realms can profoundly impact how we navigate our lives. Recognizing that our emotions and experiences are part of a larger spiritual journey helps us approach life with greater compassion and purpose. For example, when we face adversity, we can view it not as a punishment, but as an opportunity for growth, a lesson designed to help us reconnect with our higher self. To align with the middle dimensions, focus on self-awareness and emotional intelligence. Reflect on your choices and their impact on yourself and others. Practice gratitude and forgiveness, as these qualities help dissolve the barriers of duality, bringing you closer to unity with the higher realms. With a deeper understanding of individuality and duality, we can now descend further into the lower dimensions, where physicality takes center stage and the soul learns its most profound lessons. The journey now takes us to the lower dimensions, spanning the 3rd to the 1st domains. These dimensions are characterized by physicality, where the soul experiences the densest form of existence. It is here, in these realms of duality and contrast, that the soul learns its most profound lessons. The 3rd dimension is the realm of physical reality as we know it. This is the world of form, matter, and sensory experience. In this dimension, the soul is fully immersed in the illusion of separation, experiencing individuality in its most tangible form. Time, space, and physical laws dominate, creating a structured environment where the soul can explore free will and choice. This is the dimension where we currently live, learning through relationships, challenges, and the interplay of cause and effect. The second dimension is the domain of instinct and primal energy. While less complex than the third, it plays a foundational role in shaping the physical world. This is the realm of plants, minerals, and basic life forms. Beings that exist without self-awareness, but are deeply connected to the rhythms of nature. The second dimension provides the grounding energy necessary for physical life to thrive, acting as the base layer of creation. The first dimension is the foundation of all physicality, representing the core elements of existence: space, energy, and matter. It is the seed from which all physical forms arise, a pure expression of the source's creative energy. Without the first dimension, the material world could not exist. It is often associated with the Earth's core, or the grounding forces that connect us to the physical plane. The lower dimensions are challenging, yet immensely rewarding. They offer the soul the opportunity to grow through experience, to learn through trial and error, and to evolve by overcoming obstacles. In these dimensions, the soul discovers its strength, resilience, and capacity for transformation. Many spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of grounding in these dimensions. While it's natural to aspire toward higher realms, our time in the lower dimensions is vital for our growth. It's here that we integrate the lessons of the higher realms into practical, tangible actions. For example, acts of kindness, problem-solving, and perseverance are ways we manifest spiritual principles in the physical world. Every challenge we face, whether personal or collective, serves as a mirror reflecting our inner growth and alignment with the higher realms. To navigate the lower dimensions effectively, focus on balance. Embrace the physical world as a sacred space for learning while maintaining awareness of your higher self. Practices like mindfulness, gratitude, and grounding exercises can help bridge the gap between your spiritual and physical experiences. With the lessons of the lower dimensions in mind, we can now explore the path of ascension, the process of reconnecting with the source and transcending physicality. The path of ascension is the soul's journey back to its divine origin, reconnecting with the source while transcending the limitations of physicality and duality. This process is not a linear path, but a spiraling journey of growth, self-discovery, and spiritual awakening. Ascension begins with awareness. The soul, immersed in the lower dimensions, gradually realizes its true nature as a fragment of the source. This realization often starts with moments of clarity or awakening, where one feels a deep connection to something greater than themselves. These moments act as catalysts, propelling the soul to seek higher understanding and purpose. A key aspect of ascension is transcending duality. In the lower dimensions, the soul learns through contrast, light and shadow, love and fear, success and failure. As it ascends, the soul begins to see these opposites as complementary forces rather than opposing ones. This shift in perspective dissolves the illusion of separation, allowing the soul to embrace unity and oneness. Another critical step in ascension is healing. The soul carries memories and patterns from its experiences in the lower dimensions. These can manifest as emotional wounds, limiting beliefs, or karmic imbalances. Healing these aspects is essential for releasing the baggage that weighs down the soul and prevents it from rising to higher states of consciousness. The silver cord and the abyss play vital roles in this process. The silver cord is a metaphysical connection between the physical body and the higher realms, ensuring the soul's connection to its divine source. The abyss, on the other hand, represents the threshold between unity and duality. It is both a challenge and an opportunity, requiring the soul to confront its fears and embrace the unknown to transcend its limitations. Ascension also involves integrating the lessons of all dimensions. The soul learns to balance the wisdom of the higher realms with the practicalities of the physical world. This integration allows the soul to live authentically, expressing its divine nature through its actions, thoughts, and relationships. The ultimate goal of ascension is unity with the source. However, this doesn't mean abandoning the physical world. Instead, it's about bringing the divine into the material, living as a bridge between heaven and earth. Ascended souls often become guides and teachers, helping others on their journeys by embodying love, compassion, and wisdom. For those seeking to begin or deepen their path of ascension, practices like meditation, mindfulness, and self-reflection are invaluable. Surrounding yourself with supportive communities, engaging in acts of service, and cultivating gratitude can also accelerate the process. The path of ascension is not about perfection but about progress. It's a journey of remembering who you are and aligning with your highest self. As you ascend, you not only transform your own life, but also contribute to the evolution of collective consciousness, bringing humanity closer to its divine potential. With this understanding of ascension, we've come full circle, from the source to the physical dimensions and back again. Let's now conclude with a summary of the key insights and a powerful call to action. The journey from the source to physical existence and back through ascension is a profound and transformative process. We've explored the 12 dimensions of the universe, starting with the infinite potential of the source and void, moving through the higher dimensions of pure consciousness, and descending into the middle dimensions of individuality and duality. Finally, we reached the lower dimensions of physicality, where the soul learns its most valuable lessons before ascending back to unity with the divine. Each stage of this journey reveals something essential about who we are and why we're here. It's a reminder that every experience, whether challenging or joyful, is a step toward greater awareness and alignment with our higher self. If this video has inspired you to explore your own spiritual journey, consider taking time to reflect, meditate, and reconnect with the divine within you. Remember, the path of ascension is not a destination but a lifelong process of growth and discovery. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue creating content that inspires and uplifts. And if you know someone who might benefit from this message, share it with them. They might just be ready to start their own journey of ascension. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the universe and the self. Until next time, continue seeking, growing, and shining your light in the world.